Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown from caringourway.com. Every 6 weeks or so, I connect with a friend for dinner. And when we meet for dinner, we usually spend about 3 hours together. And I'll be honest with you, most of the time I'm listening to what's happening in her life. And when we say goodbye to each other in the parking lot of the restaurant, she'll always say, "I tell you what I can't tell anyone else." And I get it. She's navigating an estranged relationship with her adult son. And so sometimes it's hard to talk to her husband about that. She's also worried about a sister and her addiction issues. And again, it's hard for her to talk that out with anyone who might know her sister because she wants to remain a little bit private about her worries and concerns. So she tells me, and I'm happy to receive that. I'm happy to support her. It's also important to know that you might have some situations, some concerns, some worries that you experience during your caregiving experience that you think, who in the world could I tell this to? Tell it to us on October 10th during our Caregiving Listener Project. The project is really a solution for the problem of who can you tell about what's happening in your caregiving experience. You might have a friend who can listen for a few minutes, but after that you think, oh, she has tapped out. She's hit her limit. And yet you have more than just a couple minutes of updates to share. When you join us as a storyteller on October 10th, you're going to work on a story before you join your volunteer listener in your private Zoom room. And we ask you to think about a 4-minute story, really creating something that you can share within a 4-minute window. What's great is you actually start to work through the story before you connect with us on October 10th. When you connect with your volunteer listener in your private Zoom room, you can share your story from your heart, from your notes, or from your script. Whatever works for you works for us. You'll share your story, and then your volunteer listener will ask for more. And told you'll spend about 20-25 minutes together. And the goal is for you to share as much as you can about what's happening or what happened that you're still trying to kind of work through. Like, what was that? I actually have been a storyteller in our Caregiving Listener Project, and I told a story about my sister-in-law. She was married to my brother who died. And after my brother died, I really struggled in the relationship I had with her. And after I talked it out, I realized it was important to stay in relationship with her. Just choose love, release judgment, just choose love in whatever amount I could come up with when I spent time with her. That was in February 2024. In July, my sister-in-law died. And so I think about that decision to just love her as being so important. It gives me so much peace to know that I released judgment. I just stayed in relationship with her. And so I was at peace when I was with her when she died. And I think about just choosing to love her, which is what she needed. She really blamed herself for my brother's death. And I think if I had really kind of veered away from her, put space between us, it would have just broken her heart even more. She didn't want to think that any of us blamed her like she blamed herself. And talking it out in that listening session just allowed me to air my concerns in a way I couldn't with anyone in my family, with friends. It was just so powerful. And again, I'm glad I did it because it changed my perspective of my relationship with my sister-in-law, allowed me to just love her. And then when she died, I had no regrets. Ah, that's why we do the Caregiving Listener Project. It's important for you to connect with someone who wants to give you the space to share what can weigh heavy on your heart. You can sign up to join us by visiting our community, caringourway.com. You'll schedule a 30-minute time slot. You'll be with your volunteer listener for 20, 25 minutes. If you have more than one story to tell, you can schedule more slots. We have volunteer listeners, and we'd love to have you as one of our storytellers. Our volunteer listeners are so committed to this project. They are waiting. They've completed training. They are anxious to really connect with you, to hear you, to support you. Okay, so you'll find information on caringourway.com. You'll see that there's a special space called Caregiving Listener Project. When you go into there, you can sign up to be a storyteller, and then you get some next steps, including scheduling your 30-minute time slot to join us on October 10th. October 10th is also World Mental Health Awareness Day. And I think having a good listener in your life is part of mental well-being. We all need that. We all deserve that. And it's important to us to give that to you. So join us as a storyteller on October 10th for our Caregiving Listener Project. Stop by caringourway.com for details. Thanks for all you do. Take care. Bye-bye.